Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Mineral Point. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, along with Kirk Layer. Kirk, we have seen some tremendous wrestling going on here today, and now it's only going to get better because we're in the placement and championship matches of the Clash.
Well, these first 1, 3, and 5, there's some matches that you're going to see them again next week, and they're going to be the setup to get a lot of these young men a chance to get to Madison coming the end of the month here.
Yeah.
Quickly mention the team stores, you said, as we get them updated. Iowa Grant goes in here leading to get into the championship round, 246.5, followed by Prairie du Chien at 211.5, then Mineral Point at 201, and as we mentioned before, Fenimore at 190. And it's interesting in the wrestlebacks here, or this placement round, a lot of the Iowa Grant Prairie du Chien matchups are in the third place matches.
Oh, that's it.
There's not many finals matches against each other, but they are in the third place matches.
I'll be darned.
And they are represented, each one of them, in about every weight class, too.
And that's kind of understandable. They're in the lead. They're the top teams.
Yep.
So if they're not in there, if they weren't in there, they wouldn't be, sitting where they are team score-wise.
There you go. This first matchup will be a number 1 against a number 2 seed in the championship match at 106. Hunter Reed, the freshman from Prairie du Chien, at 31-9 now. He'll be taking on Shane Roken, the fine freshman who is 42-1 now.
My goodness, isn't that something?
He looks like he's, check here. I see Charlie came out and he was on the championship match for the handshake. So I believe there at 120, his wrestler that he was supposed to meet must have defaulted to him.
Oh, okay.
Or injury forfeited, whatever.
Yep.
So Dodgeville's got an athlete, as we kind of expected, in the first 3 weight classes. Actually, next week is that tournament's up at Dodgeville. If Reed Spurley's back, I would expect to see him in the finals in all those first 4 weight classes.
Right, yes. Yeah, you would expect that anyways.
And just like we said earlier, too, he had a fine semifinal match there. He got beat, but the young man at 132 isn't all that bad either, and that's on Nathan Johnson. So hats off to one of the former Richland County boys. Well, actually 2 of them, because they're both live in Richland County at one time.
Yep.
Rod Muller and Ryan Lord.
Yep, that's right.
They have, it's long overdue for both of them. Rod Muller was involved with some of those River Valley teams that were really good, but you won't meet 2 Rod might say he's a little hard-nosed, but two fine gentlemen. You grew up with him there.
I did. That's right.
In the Ithaca Valley.
Yeah, we were teammates there for a while. Yep. So,
and Ryan Lord just had a very successful high school career and a collegiate career.
Yeah, wrestling for UW-Madison. So,
well, look at that McGuire guy. He just runs his own show.
I guess so. He's out here going. So. We are on mat number 3, and that is going to be at 106 pounds on the Constellation. I guess I won't say Constellation, placement side now.
Yep.
That's what everything is here, so we'll say placement or championship.
5th place match going on there, mat 3. Mat number 4 will get going. That'll be the 7th place match. Right now in this round, at least this weight class, mat number 2 is going to be the championship match. And down there on mat number 1, just about to take the mat, is from Mineral Point, Lennon Ewert. He takes on Terry Sage from Riverdale.
So the championship match is going to be mat number 2, which means that's the upper right, and the upper left will be the 3rd place match.
At least this round, anyway.
Yeah,
or this, I don't know if I gotta believe maybe they'll just leave it there because it is right in the center of the gym.
Yeah, and you do kind of want to highlight your championship matches. Emma Haiti is wrestling for Richland Center. She takes a 2-0 lead over William Cradaville of Lancaster. Haiti coming in 9-7 with again a senior. She's taking on the freshman 20-12 in Cradaville.
Yep.
That 3rd place, or check that, the 5th place match on mat 3, that's 2-0 Wygo out in front of Belmont Platteville. The freshman at 23-15 taking on Nolan Van Schindel, a freshman of Cuba City Benton Southwestern at 22-13. And Kirk, we'll let you catch us up on the other 2.
All right, in championship, Shane Roken came out in Roshan, I think it is, Roshan, came out and got an early takedown. He's leading there with 1:07 to go in the first period, but now we're going to have blood time. 2-0 in that match. Down in our third place match between Ewert and Sage, no score in that match.
So take a look here. We'll go back. Looks like Hades picking up some back points on mat 4.
It's going to be a good tournament for her if she can place here. And,
yeah.
And actually place. I think she's going to be placing above her seed.
She switches off into a kind of a half Nelson series here. Trying to come up with a fall. She has the lead right now. She'll pick up 3 and lead 5-0.
See, the refs decided to go old school here in the finals. We're having striped shirts.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Surprised they all had one.
That's you know, it's amazing. They have to get a hold of each other so everybody brings the same stuff, you know?
There you go. Yeah. Well, it doesn't hurt any that Mr. Farrow, just like Mr. Rukoff, works for a clothing company, and so they can kind of, their shirts they were wearing earlier in the day were their quote-unquote conference shirts, so that was kind of nice to see.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guess they had some really nice shirts on last night up at the women's tournament.
Okay.
And Dodgeville there.
Well, that's cool.
Well,
that's good to know.
They get to, when they do the female athletes, they get to wear some funky colors. You know?
Is that right?
I think that actually, the shirts they wore last night had actually some pink in them.
Okay. Well, that's pretty interesting. Taking a look here, 5-0 Hades out in front. 7-0 now Weigo of Belmont Platteville in his 5th place match, leading.
7-2 down there. We're going to go into the third period. Haiti, with that 7-2 lead, is going to choose neutral. Score we have down there in our third place match, as I believe that would be the young man Ewert, I believe it is.
Cradaville tried a head throw, and Haiti rolled through it and picked up the takedown. Now 9-2 lead.
Ewert leading 1-0 down there. But right now, Sage in with a nice cradle, but can he spin around and get control? Needs to bump. Yeah, that's what I would say too. Once he bumped him off at once, that's 2 takedown with that cradle, and now Sage out in front with a 2-1 score.
Thanks going out to some of those sponsors. We're going to talk about, let's see, how about Grantland Graphics? That's Phil Wolf and his team members right there in downtown Lancaster. Thanks to Phil for coming on board and supporting the Arrows and the broadcast today. GET Melmin Titan Wrestling Club, that's Pete Peterson and that crew. Now, Pete has done a wonderful job building that program, the co-op, as being so tough in Division II. And I know they're a high team to watch when it comes to regionals next weekend.
Yep, I'll get to see them next weekend up at Rifson Center, and then the following week, our crew over at the Dells will get to watch him again.
That's right.
He's got a nice squad. He doesn't have what you call the really super stud this year, but he's solid pretty much through the whole lineup.
Very solid. The Cost Boy at 106 is probably, he's just very good.
He's ranked in the top 12 in the state.
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah. Junior Telcom out of Richland Center, serving the city of Richland Center. And DeWitt Construction in Westby, Joel DeWitt, and all of his work. It was kind of funny. I was talking with Joel one day, and he goes, I really don't advertise, but being an old wrestler, we got to promote that. And I said, well, thanks. And I go, what would you like to say? And he goes, he said, our work, it's pretty much word of mouth. He goes, if I don't do a good job, I'm not going to get jobs myself. So he's just, he's pretty down-to-earth kind of guy. So
a lot of truth in that statement.
There is, though. That's right. So thanks again to those folks helping us out. And we'll pick up on a few more here. And just maybe in next weight class, we'll give you another 4.
Emma Haiti comes out with a 7th place finish with a nice 13-6 win there.
Yeah.
She'll now go over to the, I'm pretty sure she's going to go to the women's side.
Oh, yeah.
I'd really be shocked if she didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a good chance for her, like they were talking about in the seating meeting. They kind of struggle here with finding, ways to get the female athletes involved, because otherwise it's pretty much a 2-week off.
That's the tough one there. That's not good.
No.
There's no athlete that wants to be, practicing for 2 weeks. You want that competition.
The practice room gets pretty old real fast.
It does.
Getting down to the last 2 seconds here, and it looks like in this case here at 1:06, that would be Weigel coming up with the win there.
Yeah, he gets a whitewashing major decision, 9-0 there. So now we can concentrate on the championship and third place match. 11-2 as we move into period number 2. Check that, number 3 now. Now will they, here's the question, are they going to hold everybody and start the weight classes together?
It appears they are.
That would make sense. I mean, that's the classy thing to do, right?
Yeah. Not going to get out of here much earlier any other way.
Yeah. Good, real good match down there with 30 seconds to go. A 3-2 on mat number 1 for third place.
Yep.
That is Ewert of Mineral Point hanging on to that 1-point advantage over Terry Sage of Riverdale, the sophomore.
Sage looked like in the last period he had, kind of come back into this match and was in the right spot. But right now it's Ewert who's doing a good job of riding and scored himself. 20 seconds to go. Somebody's going to have to score. Arashan is dominating his match. Now, it took him a while to get going here. Of course, there was some blood time, and that's why there's a minute 15 left in this championship match, too.
Isn't that just slows the tempo down so much, doesn't it?
That does.
But yet, this day and age, you have to stop things right away.
There's your win for Ewert down there as he hangs on for a 3-2 to win.
Well, good match. So we'll concentrate on this final 50 seconds here as we get a timeout. I'm going to reset here. Must have been a stalemate. I didn't see. I had my back turned a little bit.
I think he's going to let him go and try to take him down a couple more times. Try to get the tech fall. Either he's going to go for a big throw or something.
Yeah.
There's a front headlock in. Now he's going to do that same slide by that he likes to do.
So they're going to present awards 106 after?
After the 13.
13, okay. Now, ticking down now, 10 seconds to go.
Looks like 13-3 is going to be your final here in the championship match. The young man from Dodgeville just keeps rolling along.
Well, he does. That was and only a freshman, my goodness. That's the hard part, how he's so smooth, and that young. But he's just a regular little machine.
They've just, the last several years, have added, first Charlie Might stepped in there all by himself, and then it certainly didn't hurt when Reed Spurley decided to transfer there.
Yeah, that's true. That'll help a little bit.
And then you throw Hawken Peterson in there last year, and now you throw this Rashawn boy in there. If they get them all back and Reed Spurley is anything like he used to be,
yeah,
I don't see how they won't win 4 titles in a row.
Yeah. Thanks going out to the DeSoto Wrestling Club, Chad Johnson and that crew down there in Pirate Territory, helping us out today. And thanks to Jimmy Wolf and Darlington Blackhawks, the Warbirds, doing a nice job here today. We'll watch them with some guys in that top echelon of wrestling. Coon Valley Telecommunications, we appreciate their wonderful support, Carol and the crew. Don't forget Citizens First Bank helping us out, and you'll find Citizens First Bank not only in Viroqua but Trempealeau and beyond, of course, over in Viola as well. So we thank Tom Weston for helping us out here, coming on board once again with the production. Well, Kirk, we moved to 113. What do we got?
Well, we got in our championship match, Haken Peterson, and he's already come out like a buzzsaw, running hard. He takes on Ethan Haiti from Richland Center in the finals match. And in our third place match, we have River Valley, and that is, hope I got that right, yep. That's Ben Reese from River Valley. He's taking on, from Prairie du Chien, Porter Kosman. That's up down there on mat number 1, and they got blood time on there right now.
Already, huh?
Yep. Then in our fifth place match, we have Lancaster and Iowa Grant and
Kite there.
Kite
Mineral Point.
Mineral
Yep.
Point. Yeah,
They switched singlets on us there.
I wrote that down wrong too. It didn't help any. Yep. And then we have Lancaster and Riverdale in the seventh place match. So in that seventh place match, that would be Jordan Bunkamp against Lancaster, and that would be Lane Hendrick. And then in our third place match from Iowa Grant, that would be, I'll get here in a second to him. Where's he at? Are he at the top or?
Who is it? Hendricks?
Oh, there he is. Jace Connor from Iowa Grant.
Okay.
And then from Mineral Point is Elliot Kite. They got several kites on the team.
Yeah, they do.
I think there's maybe 3. Oh, there's a fall down there.
Third place match?
Yep, third place match. That is from Prairie du Chien. That would be Kosman.
Okay.
He gets the pin there, and that's kind of what Prairie du Chien wants to see, too. So wherever they can, that's bonus points.
You bet. That's a couple extra points along the way.
Yep, so you got third place points there now for winning, and then you also got 2 bonus points on top of it.
Yeah, that should be 6 points that they pick up. It should be 4, I think, if I remember right. Of course, maybe they changed the scoring, but I think they get 4 more points for winning the championship plus any bonus points, so that would be 6.
And Iowa Grant didn't pick up any points because their young athlete got pinned here by Kite. So he will end up in 6th place. Bigger thing is just not getting any points for Iowa Grant.
Yeah,
there.
Chase Connor loses that one to Kite via the pin.
Then down at the other end there, it looks to me like that one's over with. And I believe the young man from Riverdale won that.
Yeah, Baumkamp was leading 7-0 over Hendricks of Lancaster. He looked like he was pretty much in control most of the way. So we can concentrate on this championship match here. It's 12-6 right now in that matchup. And you know what I'm going to do? Go with the full camera, one picture for him.
Well, so far he's been pretty dominating here against Ethan Haiti, you know, and that's saying a lot because Ethan Haiti is a quality athlete.
He's a real good wrestler.
Yeah. But Haken Peterson, as we've seen many times, you know, with his national freestyle championships and championships at the Fargo tournament, and then his state championship in Wisconsin, just hard to beat.
Well, those two, they could meet not next week, but in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Dodgeville hosting a super regional. You'll be at Richland Center with the super regional.
It's kind of interesting how, like you say, they divided them up. Basically, last year they kind of cut the state in half, and at the Richland Center sectional, there was teams like Winneconne and several other teams that a lot of the teams in this area of the state had never seen before.
Yeah.
Especially like Rhett Koenig, he ran in that Hart Boy right away at the sectional, and then that was one of the better state finals too.
Oh my goodness,
right down to the last few seconds.
Yeah.
Haiti's not willing to give up. He's a fighter, you know. But 16-8, Hawkins. Well, Hawkins probably liking this because earlier he was kind of doing a lot of takedown release. So, but Haiti's at least making him work for it. And he almost looks like maybe he's breaking a sweat. Oh, now he's got a cradle in, though. Ethan's got to be real careful here not to give up a lot of points. And he fought it off well and just gave up the takedown.
Yeah, end of the period, and it's 10-point advantage here, 18-8.
Yep.
Well, a couple more of our sponsors, or let's see, a set of 4. This is what I've been trying to do. The Central Express in downtown Cashton, and Pasture Pride Cheese just outside of Cashton. That is Heather Olson and Kim and Megan coming on board, combining here to bring you today's action. The Cashton Wrestling Club, thanks to Derek Moshik and his great crew. Head coach, Cashton Farm Supply, Ernie Peterson, when it comes to all your organic farming, well, you know, requirements, information. They do a wonderful job out there on Highway 27. And thanks to Crystal at Campbell's Mobile and Rich at Solar Meats. Now there's a good combination there. You go over and gas up and then take your vehicle over and stock up on some great beef, the hog that they have. They just have a wonderful selection for you at Solar Meats. And we'll do another set of 4 in just a moment's time.
Yep, 18-8 still is our score here. Is Hawken chose neutral to start out the third period, but neither wrestler really close to a takedown here yet. 1 minute 101 left in the match. So unless Ethan gives up a big throw, he's showed a respectable showing here.
Yeah, I would say.
Nice shot here. You just got to finish it. This is where Hawken is still a level probably above Ethan. Is he can just do all this funky, you know, kind of semi-spaghetti, but just semi. When you make a decent shot, he just makes you look like it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's like right now he just keeps working and working, coming around there, and he's going to get 2 out of this.
Thanks to the folks that have joined us. It looks like we got over 130 viewers right now. Appreciate that connection. And please pass the word. We'll be back here next week for the Super Regional in Division 3.
Wait, when he gets going, Ken, he is fast like a cat.
That was a quick snap and spin.
22-9. The
Great job there. Well, more of our sponsors as we're going to move on. In fact, they're going to take, now will they take a little time out or will they do the introduction?
They're going to give out awards.
And then they'll go into 120.
Yeah, I believe so. Looks that way.
They're going to mention them. While they're doing that, we're going to talk about the Brookwood Wrestling Club. Well, they got a young bunch, but thanks to Chad Powell, Chad Autumn, who's taken a year off here, helping out, getting the squad to come around a little bit. Ryan Green at Green Repair out of Norwalk. Appreciate their support. Tell you what, Ryan will do a lot of things from tires and, of course, your vehicle upkeep. We appreciate that just a ton. Blackbird Falls Wrestling Club, thanks to Steve Marquis, head wrestling coach. A young bunch there once again, but they got a couple of exciting wrestlers to see if they can't make the sectionals and further. The Basketball Wazika Steuben Wrestling Club, thanks to Lance Sweater, as he continues to move up the line here with this young squad that he has. And thanks to Scott Wall of the Bank of Cashton, bringing you the broadcast today. The Bank of Cashton, it's friends helping friends, and the HSAs and all kinds of great stuff. And don't forget, speaking of friends, Kirk, Advanced Pump and Well Solutions, Larry and Shelley Ferguson out of Richland Center. Tell you what, there's a nice couple right there as they continue to work, supporting all kinds of broadcasts, and they love the wrestling. Not to mention they do a great job with the well service.
There you go, yep. Moved out of been in the well service for quite a while, but they moved into concentrating that and sold out the dairy business to Fuller's down there in Lancaster.
Yeah.
I do want to mention, I got to get back to wrestling here. Charlie Might, for the first time in long time, got taken down the first time here, and now he's coming back and he's a little bit fired up,
I guess.
And he might put this away now with that nice barbed wire.
It's pretty tight.
He got pretty surprised there, though, when Scullion took him down right away with a very nice takedown. So we got that match going on there. And then down at the far end there in our third place match, we got Evan Curtis from Cuba City Southwestern He's taking on Cade Birchman in the 3rd place match. And down here in the 5th place match, we got Brewer. That would be Lakota Brewer taking on Iowa Grant wrestler, and that would be Christensen, Lucas Christensen in that match. And then in our 7th place match, we have Darlington, which would be the younger Aird, I believe. Is that who that is? Yes, Eli Aird. There's the fall there in the championship match.
Well, like you said, Kirk, he got fired up a little bit, and Mike said, we're going to get this going my direction.
That first takedown, and I think really surprised Charlie.
Yeah, a 59 second pin time, it looks like. So taking care of business there.
He didn't get a semifinal match. I'm not really sure. The Curtis kid just didn't see the point of wrestling him and using the activity. It's kind of working out to his favor right now. No, it's not working out to his favor right now. Birchman's winning down there 6-1.
Okay.
In our other 7th place match, as we were talking about, we have Eli Aird, I believe it is. Yeah, Eli Aird. He's taking on from Prairie du Chien, Brady Baumgartner. And right now, that's a 2-0 match in favor of Aird. So in this weight class, it's really IG is, well, Prairie's got a wrestler here in 7th place. But it's really IG that's got the activity scoring here. But again, in this weight class, the IG wrestler right now is on the short end of a 3-0 score to the Riverdale athlete is Brewer. And Lakota Brewer came in as the 3rd seed, so he had a kind of a, well, he ran into Scullion there in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Scullion wrestled just like he started out there against Might. He wrestled 6 minutes the whole way through.
He really
ended up beating Brewer and sent Brewer to this backside.
Yeah. 7th place match, the lower right corner of your screen. It's a 2-0 score for Eli Aird out of Darlington Blackhawk. He is out in front over Prairie du Chien's Brady Baumgartner. Lakota Brewer with a 3-0 lead of Riverdale over Lucas Christensen of Iowa Grand Highland. That is your 5th place match.
Championship match is over. The 3rd place match down there is still 6-1 in favor of Birchman from Fenimore. Birchman just got another takedown, so now it's 8-1. Minute 20 left to go here in the 3rd period.
$5-0 now on the 5th place match, mat 3. Brewer of Riverdale. 30 seconds to go to pick up the 5th place medal. Some people might say, oh, only 5th place, but yeah, you might want to say, oh, 5th place, okay, that's pretty good. Down here anyways, in this tournament.
Quite a few people will be satisfied with 7th place in this tournament. It's just a really, some of these weight classes are just loaded.
Yeah. That's going to be the end of the match. It's 5-0 here on that 5th place. Brewer picking up the victory. We got a 10-2 score, a major decision with Birchman now. And that's getting down to around the 10-second mark for that match. And we still have a ways to go on the 7th place match, though. It's 1:25 and counting with that one.
See, Mason Scullion, as you look at his seed beginning of the day out, he was the 6th seed and went all the way to the finals.
Wow.
Birchman wins down there in a 10-2 match to take 3rd place home for Fenimore at 120. So he ends up 3, and Curtis ends up 4.
Well, they got a little blood time going on here now with the 7th place match.
It's the only one we got left.
Yeah.
In this weight class here.
Kind of a tough one there with kind of waiting over in that far corner, and that won't be too long, and they'll get them cleaned up and ready to go again.
Yep.
Yeah, next week, just a kind of a quick reminder, we'll have, I'll be back here in Mineral Point for the Division III Super Regional, and Kirk is going to stay home. He's going to go to Richland Center. That'll be a good one.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, Carl Zuby will help you out. He'll be, try not to laugh too much. He's got that dry sense of humor, you know.
I worked with him last year. He was fun to work with.
That'll be a good one. And then we'll send Scott Milsna and my brother Randy Manning are going to be heading up to Independence to follow that tournament. So, yeah, some good action going on once again here with high school wrestling. The following weekend, you and I, Kirk, we're going to join back up again. That'll be good. We'll come back down here to Mineral Point for the Division III sectional. And Wayne and Shelley are going to head to Wisconsin Dells for the Division II and follow the teams there that we have for sponsors. So should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. And then we have the state tournament with that'll all be the state tournament, and the Wisconsin Dells sectional will be tape delayed. That will there's somebody that's coming in to Wisconsin Dells. I honestly cannot tell you who it is that are going to be streaming, and I kind of said, well, that's okay. We can do tape delayed, and I'll get it on right away on my YouTube channel. Hey. And watch the YouTube channel, because I'll have this stuff on again.
Yep.
What did you think? There's the final. 4-2 is the score. Going to ask you, Kirk, while we have just a moment here, I see that on Adam's wrist, a little red light flashing.
That's been a unique feature that they've really added to track wrestling that's helped a lot. It's not only do you have the scoreboard right there that pumps everything right electronic into the system, it also sends out, it's basically like a smartwatch on his arm there, and it actually buzzes to tell him the period's over.
Uh-huh. And that's a good thing in the heat of action. Sometimes you never know.
Yep.
Well, we are going to move into that 126-pound weight class as they go with the wrestlers. We're going to talk about the Westby Co-op Creamery helping us out today. Appreciate their wonderful support. Take home that country goodness is their theme. And WCCU, the Westby Co-op Credit Union, 9 locations now. You're going to find them all over Southwest, Western, and Central Wisconsin, of course, in our area. Couple of branches right there in Richland Center. Westby, of course, Coon Valley, Cashton, Viroqua, and then you can head to Reedsburg and surrounding communities out on that side of the state. Also, our thanks going to the Westby Rod and Gun, along with that's Steve and then Jody at Rockton Grill. Boy, there's some great food specials going on there. Stop in. They have a wonderful Friday fish, all kinds of great things. And, of course, Rockton with their grilled chicken every Sunday. Wright Insurance Agency, that's the American family. Miranda Wright helping us out today. And Jeff Campbell and the Riverdale Wrestling Club, along with Western Wisconsin Video Productions. Well, Kirk, what do we got going on?
Well, we got championship action going on Mat 2 again. And that is Ethan Aird, the fine senior out there with a 30-2 record. He is taking on Brody Meese, the sophomore, with a 27-6 wrestler record. Right now, though, it's been pretty much all aired as he's been dominating on his feet, but realistically, Brody's just one takedown away from getting back into it. Although Aird doesn't look like he's going to go along with that. Now it's 6-2 in favor of Aird. Down in our third place match, this is one of these I was talking about earlier. This is our first matchup between Iowa Grant and Highland in third place. So you got Max Kelly down there from Iowa Grant Highland, and he's taking on Mason Hurd from Prairie du Chien. And right now, Kelly's out in front in that match, 5-0. Big team score implications down there.
Yeah.
Then in our fifth place match, we got Troster from Cuba City, and he's taking on Crap from Lancaster in that match. Right now, that's 7-0, and I believe that's in favor of Toaster from Cuba City. And then in our eighth place match, we got from Fenimore, Leffler from Fenimore, as he takes on Pouts from Mineral Point. Right now, Pouts is in a lot of trouble down there, trailing 2-0, but he's about to give up 3 more back points. So you're up to date there. 6-3 now in our championship match. But so far, it's all been Ethan Aird in his single legs and double leg takedowns. Been doing a heck of a job. Although Mieske did a nice job coming back here and grabbing an ankle of his own. See where this goes here. There, that's what I thought he would do. Definitely 2 there for a takedown. So now Ethan Aird has a 8-3 lead. And we're just shortly 30 seconds into the second period. Talked about that earlier. You get Ethan Aird here at 26, then you get up to 44, and you get Sefferud, and then you get those 2 Global boys, and then you throw in even both of the Chris boys, but at least the one I believe is at 75. Those are 5 quality kids.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, we got a pinning combination going on here for the Flying Arrows on mat 3. Very close to the pin. 15 seconds remaining now. Maybe they're going to fight it off here. That is Troster, however you say it. Troster, okay.
Our third place match down there, we have the young man from Iowa Grant, Kelly. He's winning 5-0 over Hurd from Prairie du Chien.
Well, Crap is 3 points away from having a tech fall now. See if he can get out from underneath and see what he can do.
Another senior down at 126, doing a nice job for Fenimore this year with a winning record. 14-7 right now. Looking down at the far end there, still a 5-0 lead in favor of Kelly.
Well, we got a pinning combination again. Oh, we could get a defensive pin. No. Pouts is going to come back around. Boy, he was in a tough spot for a moment there with Leffler. It's 9-4. Leffler still with the lead.
He really wasn't an illegal hold, but that arm was wrapped very tightly around his neck, and he was going to wiggle a whole lot. It was going to be a breathing restriction for sure.
Yeah.
I think we might have a final here. Yep, in our fifth place match. That's going to be a tech fall for Crap in his match.
Yeah, he just did a very, very nice job, very deliberate, getting the points when they were there.
Dalton Leffler, a senior for Fenimore.
Well, we'll see those guys. You know, they may have to. Let's see. That was Crap was wrestling. Well, will they have to? Who is he wrestling again? Was that Benton? Cuba City Benton?
Down there?
No, right here on mat 3. If they'll have to wrestle each other next week or not. All of a sudden I just drew the blank on who he was wrestling, who Kraft was wrestling. Well, it was Cuba City, yeah.
Okay.
So they won't see each other anymore now, right? Because isn't Cuba City in the D2 now?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. (9-4) championship match with Aird of Darlington Blackhawk out in front of Brody Meese. Now Darlington, they went to D2 now, didn't they?
Yes.
And they've stayed there now for a few years.
Yep, they've been there a couple years now.
Yep. So these two will not see each other again the rest of the year.
Nope.
Championship match. Now the third place match.
Well, they wouldn't either. That's Prairie du Chien down
That's
there.
right,
yep.
Prairie du Chien.
Yep. 11-0 now in favor of Kelly.
Well, that fifth place match, though, that's the one that, no, that's now they just moved that one to 132.
Oh, I got that wrong. That was in favor of, that was Kelly that got beat by the Prairie du Chien wrestler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was 11-0 favor of Green. I thought it was the other way around.
Wow.
So Kelly got smoked there by the Prairie du Chien wrestler, and that will help Prairie du Chien as far as team scores.
That's interesting. Well, that's a sophomore and a freshman, so, you know, you watch out, though. Max Kelly, he'll come back next year, and he's going to watch him take a huge jump when it comes to the competition. All right, we're going to do that. We can talk about the Westby Wrestling Club, thanks to, and best of luck to Drew Hendrickson and Rob Kerner, the co-head coaches, the Westby Truck and Equipment, LLC, and Wong Farms, LLC, helping us out today out of Westby. Appreciate Aaron and Nikki coming on board, helping out. And, of course, with the Wong Farms, they do a lot of custom work from baling, chopping, you name it, planting. There's tremendous job there. And, of course, Westby Truck and Equipment, a lot of diesel work that they can do. Aaron is top-notch with that. Viroqua Wrestling Club, Rob Zuby and Jared Getter helping us out today. They got a young bunch. We'll see what they can do next week at the regional, super regional. And the Viroqua Village Market, thanks to Rachel and her fine team. Stop in there, all kinds of great items at that store, and it's one of those artisan stores where there's all kinds of great shops. And in cash and Ray's Gas and Goodies. Stop in there for quality gasoline products, and that hometown service, he'll come out and fill up your gas tank for you. You don't even have to get out of the vehicle, as I always say. Well, we are going to move into that 132-pound weight class. Let's turn the mic over to Kirk and see what we got going on.
Well, this championship match is a rematch of the semifinals at the Bi-State there, where Kerry won against Hunter Stevens. But Hunter came out and got the first takedown here with a minute to go in the first period. So he leads 2-0 right now. Roland Carey, two-time, I believe, finalist at the state tournament, that a championship's eluded him so far. But only a junior coming in here with a 24-3 record. And Stevens, as we talked about him many times, that impressive sophomore this year. Like I say, his only loss is to Carey in the Bi-State.
Wow. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Well,
came back and got third up there.
Two quality guys here.
Third place match down there with a young man, Nathan Johnson, we talked about. He's maybe ended it. No, maybe it's blood time down there. He's taking on, that's Nathan Johnson. He's taking on from Prairie du Chien, Drake Ingham. Down here in our seventh place match, that's already over.
Oh boy.
That was Fenimore, which would have been Shep against Lancaster, which would have been best. And I think the Fenimore wrestler won there.
Yeah, Shep was ahead 4-0.
I think he pinned him then. On the fifth place match, we have Cushman from Belmont Platteville. He's taking on Breimeyer from Cuba City Benton. That's right now in favor of Breimeyer, 3-0 in that match. Championship match ends the first period 4-1 in favor of Stevens. Carey gets his choice and he chooses to go neutral. It's an interesting call when you've already been taken down twice.
Yeah.
He definitely feels that's his best spot. He has been dominating Stevens a little bit with his strength, trying to get that underhook, maybe try to get a big lateral throw. But Stevens got awful good balance. You're going to have to really get that to get a lateral throw on him.
That's for sure. We got a pin over here. Let's see, that was on mat 3, and I believe it was
Breimeyer, wasn't it?
Yes, picking up the win. Yes, you're right.
Yep.
He was up 3-0 and got the pin. He'll run his record to 36-11. Boy, that's a nice record.
So we're just down to our championship match and our third place match. Wow, good scramble there by Carey. Stevens almost had a good shot on him, and he just scrambled out of that and gave up nothing there. 4-1, minute 18 to go here in the second period. As we said earlier, Carey chose neutral, and there he just tried again one of those tosses, and that just turned out to be a bad move against Stevens. He just dropped low and powered in for a nice double leg.
That was a real nice job changing levels, opening up those legs a little bit.
He got under. Carey was up high trying to do a throw, and Stevens went down low, and he easily lifted Carey off the mat and put him down. 6-1 now. Oh, Mr. Cade thinks he's getting close to calling stalling like Mr. Nicolati. Keep him fired up. Keep them both fired up.
I was going to say, Mike might be listening now.
Yeah, he might be, yeah.
That's good.
He used to be a weenie calling stalling too, but then he decided that was what was good. Yeah, he didn't need that. Oh man, he almost got one swipe there. He's got Carey in a bad way because he's got that arm locked behind his back.
Yeah.
Now it's almost the other way around. That Carey's the one that's kind of hanging out. We'll see how long Riley takes that. Now Carey's working him way back up. Getting awful high out front now, Stevens.
Yeah. Gotta be
just got to hang
careful.
on here for 5 seconds, and that's what he's going to try to do. And he did. Down the other end, we got some blood time down there. That's still 5-0 in favor of the young man from Prairie du Chien. And that is Ingham, Drake Ingham. 37-7 on the year. Losing in the semifinals to Stevens. That was a great match too. That was 4-1.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really decided until the end. Carey, in a little bit of his defense here, we talked about that on the way down. He got hurt, won the bi-state, and the next weekend he went up to the Cheesehead and he tweaked something up there, a knee or something. So this is his first action back tonight.
Wow.
And we all know in almost any sport, sitting out even a couple days is really hard.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta keep doing something, it seems like.
Yep. And if you have a leg or type injury, it's really hard to do much of anything. 6-2 though, Carey gets an escape. So this would be a big takedown here with 1:15 to go. Well, he's got to have more than one. Yeah, we're in the third period now. So Carey's got to get going here, and he's got to get at least a couple takedowns here. I see really what he wants to get is he's getting in really deep. He wants a big lateral throw. But Stevens is pretty smart about staying low. Did a great job here again. Just Carey's looking for that big throw that he wants to put Stevens on his back and get 5 out of it. But so far, Stevens has done a really nice job of sagging in that and not giving him that leverage. Now a nice low shot by Stevens. Carey again coming in with the double underhook, driving him out of bounds. But this time Stevens is able to counter with a whizzer. Don't want to step over that, young man. There we go. Now we're down to the last 31 seconds, and it really comes down to Carey needs that big throw. Now we're going to have equipment timeout. Headgear isn't fitting quite right. Down at the far end now, then we have another final. That's 7-0 in favor of Ingham for Prairie du Chien, so he does his part for Prairie du Chien. He had some third place points for him. So now it's going to come back to Iowa Grant's got to start matching Prairie du Chien here in some scoring. Otherwise, they're going to get this team race really tight. Last 30 seconds. Nice shot by Stevens. He gets in deep now and has a single leg in. Carey's looking for some kind of a winger throw because he knows if he doesn't get that, he's in big trouble. Stevens, though, hanging on. And as long as he looks like he's working for that takedown, tried to go for a whip there, and it didn't work. And Carey goes down, and Carey's going to lose this round. But as you said before, Ken, they get like 2 or 3 more shots here before they get to the state tournament.
It's going to be an interesting time. There's no doubt about that.
You'll be back here next Saturday night seeing this match again.
Our thanks going out to the Viroqua Dental Center. Dr. Leon Klum bringing you tonight's action here this afternoon from Mineral Point. And again, best of luck to all of the area teams and individuals. The VFW of Viroqua, a wonderful Friday night fish fry, and of course they are huge supporters of high school athletics. And our thanks to Vestbach Oil and Propane. Now there's a wrestling family, as the Vestbachs, well, you got Eric and Ryan. They're back on board with Todd and Tina, and you know they're part of the crew now with the business. And we thank them for their support, as well as Vernon Electric, Richland Electric, and Scenic River Electric co-ops, as they combine to bring you today's terrific wrestling action. Well, we're going to move into that 138-pound weight class here, Kirk, and you know, I don't think we're going to lose out on any kind of talent here either.
No, this would be a good match here. You got the senior, though, against the sophomore, and as we talked earlier today, Elliot Biba now, since he came back at the Richland Center Invitational, he just kind of seems like a young man on a mission, you know, and this could be his year as far as the state championship. He comes out, gets the early takedown, going to go right back to the takedown release that he's done pretty much the whole day. Oh, beautiful duck under there for the takedown. Now he comes to a cradle. If he wants to, I think he could put Weigel in a lot of trouble right there, but he chooses that he wants a little more activity in this match.
And the third place match, that is mat 1. That's the upper left side of the screen. This is Mason Schulte, a sophomore from River Valley, 19-10, taking on Sean Duffy of Riverdale, 29-8. We do not have a match for 7th place. Looks like there's no match there. It was going to be Drew Hurd of Prairie du Chien taking on Chase McGuire of Riverdale. That match, we don't know who is going to pick up the win there. I didn't see anybody go out with the handshake or the hand raised. And the 5th place match right underneath us here, it's Malin Hahn of Fenimore, 18-13, the senior, taking on the junior Bryce Buxton of Cuba City Benton Southwestern at 29-13. And you know, Kirk, we've been calling Cuba City Benton Southwestern a fair amount here today. They seem to be kind of coming around here, doing a nice job with Denar and Blackburn at the coaching staff.
Oh yeah, they've done a nice job down there, and you know, I think we talked a little bit about how it's kind of interesting because Mitch Wainwright, the district administrator here, has been a basketball guy his whole life, you know. So when Craig Denar said he was hoping to get a wrestling tournament down in Cuba City, you know, he kind of pimped him on that. He goes, have you cleared that with Pettigrew and Pastina? Although Pastina now has moved on to basically, you know, retired life.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yep. And I think actually now even Pettigrew finally I hate to say that. He's a nice guy, and given his whole life to basketball. But you know, I think it is time he let some of his younger guys take over that program.
Well, yeah, he had quite a run, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely. And then you add that to all of his years of being a outstanding coach. Just Beba's putting on a clinic out here, Ken. Just tremendous activity.
12-5 score there.
Yep. Pettigrew, though, all the years that he's helped out with the WIA with their state tournament broadcast is impressive too.
Yeah.
The guy is pretty sharp when he's you know doing his announcing.
Yeah. If they're not playing in it, he's doing the announcing.
Yep. Does a fine job too. My Denard buddies will get after me pretty soon for bragging up all those basketball coaches down there. But it's hard not to give credit where credit's due. They have meant a lot to the Southwest Wisconsin and also the state of Wisconsin to their success down there. And they can almost build a new gym and a new wing just to put all those basketball trophies in.
There you go.
I mean, Dylan Weigel is definitely a quality athlete out here, but he's just, I mean, again, it was kind of like a couple of the other matches here we had earlier. You know, the skill level as a sophomore compared to the skill level of Biba here as a senior is, and especially the way Biba is wrestling this year. You know, I don't know why he missed earlier in the year. More than likely, it was something he tweaked somewhere and wasn't healthy enough. But, boy, once we saw him come into Richland Center and from there on, he's been dominant.
He's been a lot of fun to watch.
Yep. In our third place match down there, they're into the third period. It's 2-0 down there, and that would be in favor, I think it's the young man from Riverdale that's out front. It's red. Yep. That would be Sean Duffy. And he just got another takedown and going to potentially get some back points here too. Well, just going to get the takedown. 4-0 he leads down there. In our fifth place match between Fenimore and Cuba City, the young man from Fenimore is out in front with a 4-2 score in that match. Oh, wait, it's the other way. No, that's right.
Han's ahead. Yep.
Yep.
18-13 record and 29-13.
Yep. Now the Cuba City wrestler is going to let him go, and that is Buxton from Cuba City taking on Han. So now it's 5-2. So he's got to have a takedown and some bonus points tacked onto that. Biba real close to the tech fall now. It's 20-8 here after 2 periods. So he needs to add about 3 more points to that, and then he would have the tech fall. Our match on the other end, it's still 4-0, and we're down to the last 35 seconds there. Biba does let him go. Now it's 20-9. The one toss here to his back would, there's another nice really duck under. He's either going to try to get a turn here, or he's going to let him go again, because now it's 22-9. But he lets him go, it's 22-10, so he's still got to get a couple more here.
Quite the match down there on the third place match, too.
Yeah, it's up to 4-1 now. But again, it's Duffy in deep on a single leg, and it doesn't matter because now it's over. So 4-1. Duffy wins that match. It's almost embarrassing. 10-2 here in the fifth place match in favor of the young man from Fenimore. You're getting beat 22-10, and the official calls you for stalling.
It's like, wait a minute.
I understand it. I almost want to say, well, you go wrestling.
I'm trying.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you almost want him to say. I'm giving it everything I got because, like we talked about earlier, We've seen him last year too and this year. This Dylan Weigel is by far not a slouch.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
26-11 is the final. He actually does get the tech fall, and that does give Iowa Grant Highlands some extra bonus points. So that's kind of true what he was looking for too. I think it's only a point and a half, but in a tournament like this, those all could be important.
Well, we're going to pick back up here in just a moment's time. We will look at 144-pound weight class. We're going to say thanks to the Bank of Ontario helping us out today. That is Doreen Dahl and her group. It's the Vernon County Bank, the Bank of Ontario. Sweet Valley Artisan and Valley Fudge, thanks to Steve and Linda Schulte. Boy, stop in there on Central Avenue right in downtown Coon Valley. It's a beautiful shop, 9,000 square feet, and they just do a wonderful job. And then pick up some of that Valley Fudge. St. Joseph Equipment, you'll find them up on St. Joe's and St. Joe's Ridge, along with Norwalk, and right in Richland Center. Stanek Dental for all your dental care in the La Crosse area. Thanks to Dr. Erica Stanek at Stanek Dental. Well, we are going to move to 144 now, and we take a look here in this weight bracket coming up. We have the bouts up on the board now, Kirk.
Yep, this is the one we were looking for as we saw this earlier, and they just wrestled a week or so ago in the duel too. But you got Owen Sefferud, the two-time state place winner, and he's going against Ian Krapp from Iowa Grant, who's also been in the state tournament and placed. You know, in the last match, Sefferud won it, and this is a rematch from that, and it just anticipates to be, this is, like you said earlier, this is the only time they'll get to wrestle, because next year, or next week, they'll go their separate ways. But right now it's 0-0, and so far it's been everything advertised. It's been counter shot by both athletes.
Yeah.
So now we'll get down to our third place match there, so we don't miss that. You got Mason Ulrich down there from Belmont Platteville. He's taking on the real fine freshman from Iowa Grant Highland, Brock Hinderman, and he's getting a little bit of a lesson down there because Hinderman's trying to make up for that semifinal loss. And then in our fifth place match, we have a wrestler from Mineral Point, and that would be Dangenberg. He came back with a fine comeback victory in his wrestleback round over Hurd from Prairie du Chien. He's wrestling Tiedrich from Lancaster. Then in our fifth place match, like we mentioned before, Hurd from Prairie du Chien takes on McGuire from Riverdale.
Well, Hinderman does pick up the pin here, Kirk.
Oh, he did. Wow.
Yeah, that was a quick one. He got that little toss and had the old body lock right on him there, and finished up with the pin. I think it was somewhere in that 35 to 45 second pin time.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, that was a good job there. You know, you were talking about Dannenberg out of Mineral Point. I tell you what, there's a freshman as he's going to be taking on, as you mentioned, Tiedrich here. Tiedrich, for a freshman, he just keeps coming at you. He's not going to give up. He might give up stuff, but he's not going to quit.
That's for sure. You know, it's definitely Mineral Point's got their two really good studs, but they've got a lot of young wrestlers here that are going to be around for a while too. So, mate, as they always say, you don't really ever talk about Mineral Point and some of these other teams as far as rebuilding, but you know, it's just as they usually say, just maybe reloading.
Yeah. Well, they've been reloading for a number of years.
Yeah, there's not too many years that they haven't been competitive.
Right.
But it's really this year, you know, they, like you just said, they've got a nice squad and a lot of really good young wrestlers. But you're in the conference behind, right now, as you look at the scores, behind Iowa Grant and Fenimore.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, wow. And then you toss in Prairie du Chien in this area too, and I know Mineral Point's run into them a couple times at tournaments. It's just really interesting.
Well, and then you throw Dodgeville with their four studs when they get everybody healthy, and you know, and Cuba City's improved, so you know that's what makes it so much fun. And you know, when it comes to things of that nature. One of the parts with this, as we take a look here with Dannenberg, he's up 4-0 in his match. But, you know, the competitiveness in this conference with both SWC and SWAL really bodes well for the teams, individuals, as they make their way through the state team tournament trail.
Dannenberg just hit a very good toss there, basically a headlock toss. We didn't really have the head lock, but an upper body toss. And he's got Tiedrich in a world of hurt. If Tiedrich gets out of this, I'll be surprised, because there's a lot of time left, almost a minute to go.
Yeah.
He's got that locked in tight. A championship match, it's still 1-0 in favor of Crap right now. He's out in front.
But Tiedrich's doing a heck of a job there.
He did an awesome job getting out of there.
Unbelievable. That looked tight. But that was a lot of heart right there. Hurd out in front 9-3.
Injury time down here on mat 4.
Yep, little timeout here.
Well, if it's the, must be the Prairie du Chien wrestler that's hurt, and that would be Hurd.
How's that score with Knockreiner and Perkins over on mat 1? Is that still zeros?
Oh, Hinderman was down there and he pinned the kid.
Oh, he pinned him. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wait, that's right. That's 150. Excuse me.
Yeah, you're skipping
Hinderman,
ahead already.
I did. I skipped up. Yeah, Hinderman won. That's right.
9-0 is the win for Dangenberg from Mineral Point at 144. So they get another place winner here. So now we just have the 7th place match if the young man Hurd can get healthy again, which that's one of these two. Like you say, at this point of the tournament, if he isn't what you really want him to be, close to probably 70, 80, 90%, you're saying, dude,
yeah,
we got regionals next week, we got team sectionals, and then we got sectionals.
Yeah.
We need you everywhere. We got you.
We got bigger things to go for.
Yep. Because he's going to be a huge part of them to try to make another state tournament run.
Right.
Lodi's got a nice squad again. That came down to, I think, the last few matches last year between Prairie and Lodi. So that's going to have to be at their #1 game. Boy, it's 1-0, and right now it's Crap out in front. And Sefferud hasn't found the ticket of how to get up out of there and even get to his feet.
Crap has impressed me over the couple years here now. I mean, he just has that tenacity about him, you know.
Well, the one thing you know from the Fenimore athletes is they're definitely going to know how to ride.
Yep.
And he's doing a heck of a job of it right now. I mean, Sefferud having a heck of a time even get to a foot up.
Well, if he does, he winds up back on his hands.
This is going to be tough here for Crap. He did the right thing. He just let him go. I think he was warned for stalling earlier, and you don't want to give the stalling point there and then the escape.
Right.
So now it's 1-1. We're in the last 36 seconds, so we're going to see who can get the takedown here.
Well, if either one of us would have said we could have overtime, the other would say, yeah, we could.
In this match here, yep.
Yep.
Oh, that was not a good shot by Crap. And now they're going to have to see if he can keep him in bounds. It's going to be tough here that if Crap makes too big of a move towards the edge. Yep. He was caught in the rock in the hard place, Ken.
Yeah.
You know as well as I do. If he scrambled towards the out-of-bounds line, he was probably going to get hit for fleeing.
Yep.
Big takedown there by Sefferud. Wow, it's 3 seconds. He's not going to take a chance for the roll. He's just going to let him go and get away from him. Oh, wow, that was worth the price of admission right there.
Yeah, that was a great match right there.
Great match there. Got a couple more coming here too tonight.
Yes, we do. Well, our thanks going out to more of those sponsors as we continue on here with our production. It's Southwest Technical College. They have so many different programs. Be sure to contact them, talk to one of the counselors Southwest Technical College right in Fenimore. And if you've got a garage or any kind of, well, it just depends on what you would like with cement work, it's Sid Thayer. Sid's Concrete. You want the job done right, there's the guy to go to in Wilton. Be sure to check out their website. They'll have the phone number there and everything. But they do a terrific job, and he is a stickler for perfection. Sealand's Carpetland helping us out today. We thank Tim Sealand. Check out all of that renovated store. They have a ton of different selections for you, but they have the expertise to help. And the Royal Panther Wrestling Club. Appreciate their wonderful support today's broadcast as we continue on, and congratulations to them as they pick up the conference championship of the Scenic Bluffs. They are the dual meet champions. And we are going to move now to 150 pounds. We hope you're enjoying today's broadcast of a Western Wisconsin video production. I'm Ken Manning along with Kirk Layer, and we move into that 150-pound weight class. Kirk, what do we got?
Well, this could be a good match here. He's been competitive in a lot of the tournaments he's been in, but he hasn't really won the big one yet, and that's Tyson Emhoff. But he's going up against a tough opponent in Tristan's. Oh, this is Skylar Zincevich. Yep. So this should be an even match here, but right now Skylar came out and got the early takedown. But so both these wrestlers are kind of in the same boat. They've been competitive, but neither one of them's really won that really big tournament. But they're both outstanding wrestlers.
Oh, by far. And you take a look. If you were to look at the records, you would say that maybe Emhoff would be the #1 seed, but he actually was the #2 seed. Skylar was the #1 seed here in this event. He comes in with a 25-11 record. Emhoff at 30-3.
I don't think that was even debated in the CD meeting, so it might even have been head-to-head.
Yeah.
That Skylar already beat him or something. But anyway, it's right now it's 2-0 in favor of Skylar. In our third place match, which has team implications, we have Jackson Perkins from Prairie du Chien. He takes on Wyatt Knockreiner, who had a really good match with Emhoff in the semifinals there. But that's Knockreiner from River Valley and Perkins from Prairie du Chien in the third place match. Our fifth place match takes on from Belmont Platteville's Cam Spenceley, and he wrestles McCartney from Lancaster. And then in our seventh place match, we have Reddington from Cuba City, and he's wrestling. Oh, well, he's wrestling. I get down to that in there. He's wrestling Collins from Mineral Point.
This Knockreiner-Perkins matchup is a 3-4 seed going against each other.
Oh.
So the seeds kind of held their true form on the top four anyways.
It is interesting. I've been writing down so we could go over it afterwards, the 1s through 4. And a lot of the 1s through 2 fell where they were supposed to. And even quite a few of the weight classes, the 3 and 4s did too.
Yep. Well, in this one, even the 5 and 6, let's see, did they fall into place? Yeah, they did. 5 and 6 fell into the right spot.
Yeah.
And let's see, 7 and 8, that would have been Collins, and he's wrestling for 7th. He was the 8th seed. And let's see.
Reddington was the 7th
seed.
Yep,
so there you go. So that one fit right into.
Yeah.
The seeds did what they were supposed to do, apparently, huh?
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah. It helps that there wasn't, I think we only had 9 wrestlers in this weight class.
Oh, there you go. That was supposed to be our secret. Well, we take a look here. 2-0 score for Seiler yet over Emhoff. 7-0 Spenceley in the 5th place match over McCartney of Lancaster. And Knockreiner holds on to a slim lead with Perkins at 2-0.
There we have a fall there. Cam Spenceley comes back and gets a pin there in his 5th place match over McCartney from Lancaster.
So the junior got to feel good about that one.
Yep.
Those two will not see each other anymore the rest of the year, as McCartney will be back here in Mineral Point next weekend. He will McCartney he'll have a good shot at going on because you've got Prairie du Chien and River Valley Division II in front of him. So right now, if you looked at the seeds and everything, he would have a pretty good opportunity to get out of here, you would like to think, in the top 4.
Unless something comes from that southern area, he should right now, like you say, be sitting in a good spot in the 3rd seed.
Yeah.
I don't think he's on the level of these 2 guys in the championship match, but
yeah, right now as a sophomore, yeah, he's still got he's got some sharpening yet to do, but he'll get there, it looks like. Got caught underneath there as time runs out. Upper right corner of the screen, that's your championship match.
Wow, I don't know if I understood that call.
What happened?
Gave a point there at the end of the period.
Oh.
To Zenzavic. I don't know if it was fleeing the mat or what it was.
Huh.
Or maybe it was loss of control. I thought Zenzavic was doing the riding. There's several of these Fenimore kids, though, are athletes they are awesome riders.
Oh, yeah.
They're very impressive riding.
They understand the hip position, where they need to be.
They wrestle a lot like college wrestlers. You know, college right now, you see a lot of leg riding back in the sport again, and especially that big power Turk, and like he's doing right now, a power half off of that crossbody ride. And there's some of those guys. Well, a good example is, we talked about him earlier today, is that Mitchell Messenbrink. You know, man, when he gets on top and he starts working that crossface Turk or that power half, he's a beast.
And that's just you got to have so much strength if you're the one getting that pulled on you.
Missed the final down there in the 3rd place, man.
Yes, I did too. Yep. Let's see, 3rd place. I did miss it.
That was on mat 1, and they just flipped it off of there too. See if they put it up there. Not yet, anyway. 22 seconds here. Emhoff is just getting power ridden here.
Looks like we're finished up that overtime. Nick Reddington in the 7th place match.
4-2 it was, right?
Sneak out the win there, yeah.
And that was for Reddington, right?
Yeah, he picks up the win over Collins of Mineral Point.
Well, these two, I'm sure, will see each other again next week, but this time around it's Skylar Zenzavic coming out with a 3-0 win.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyson Emhoff.
Yeah, congratulations to him.
Giving Tyson only his 4th loss on the year.
And TJ, of course, co-head coaches, what a terrific job they have been doing with a very young Blackhawk team. Talking to Dan one day, and he said, yeah, I can't wait to see what this younger bunch is going to turn into. They got some talent, so looking forward to that. Richland Grant Telephone Co-op over in that Blue River area, supporting all of the broadcast, and, of course, cheering on the Riverdale Chieftains and more. Premier Co-op with Mount Orb as your main office. You'll find them in Richland Center, Mineral Point, and Westby. And thanks to head coach Mike Rogie and the Prairie du Chien Blackhawk Wrestling Club as they continue to support the broadcast. And boy, they're building up, again, another state tournament run here for the team titles and individuals as well.
Well, here's another championship match. We were waiting as soon as we saw this listed in the bracket sheets. You got Tristan Stelt, the state champion, going up against Brayling Goebel. Goebel only 2 losses on the year. Stelt has 4 losses, but as we talked about earlier, that's kind of deceiving because they go to the Cheesehead and they also go to a fairly credible tournament. I believe it's over in Iowa somewhere. If it's not there, it's probably Missouri or something like that. So if he's got 4 losses, they're 4 quality losses to some really exceptional athletes. Returning state champion, though, for the Fenimore Golden Eagles. But as we've seen Braylon Goebel here earlier today and last year, too, this young man's got all the tools, too. So that's your championship match. No score yet, almost a minute gone. And we look down at the other end, and I think this is another one of those. Yes, it is. This is Lenzendorf from Prairie du Chien down there going against Bussey from Iowa Grant. That definitely has team point implications. No score after the first period, and Bussey is down here in the second period.
That could be a lot of fun to watch.
Yep. And in our 5th place match here, we have from Richland Center, Bodendine. He's taking on young man from Boscobel, Joe Bwetter. And then in our 7th place match, we have Larson from River Valley, and he's taking on Culver from Mineral Point.
You know, you take a look at this, Kirk, that 7th place match, you got a freshman and a sophomore. The 5th place match, you got 2 sophomores. 3rd place match, you got a sophomore. I mean, and then you got a junior in Lenzendorf. Stelt in the championship as a junior. You got 1 senior in this whole mess. My goodness.
Yep.
That's a young bunch out there. We'll see him again.
Yep, for sure. And that 1 senior is Braylon Goebel, and man, he is built for a young man. I could definitely see him, being a stud football player if he just had about another 6-8 inches on him.
Yeah. You keep that kind of size and you keep that kind of build, there would be a ton of coaches looking at him.
Yeah. He's got the build that he still could make a good wrestler, at least in a good D3 school here. He's a well put together young man. Stelton now is more that college type wrestler that's tall, lean, and flexible, and can do a lot of things with his body.
Yeah.
He got the first point here with an escape. First point of the match, but it has been the point where you really can't. I know that at the end of the first period there was a couple coaches over there looking for a stall call, but right now I think they're doing a very good job of at least pushing in and countering each other.
When you take a look, again, the implications for next week here at the Super Regional, the championship match, that's not a possibility for next week. 3rd place match, you might find Boscobel. Boscobel will be here with Stelt, along with Bussey, of course. So there's 3 pretty good ones, and then that's not taken away. You also have Trent Culver coming in, not to mention who else is coming over from the other areas. About 16 teams roughly? 15, 16 teams?
They try to get it as close to at least 14 to 15 teams in each Super Regional. This just been an entertaining match. There hasn't been a lot of scoring and just 1 warning for stalling. But they both have had some decent shots. Stelt probably showing more aggression as far as powering in. I always like what Ben Askren said about powering in. If all you're going to do, like Iowa, is push people around, that's really not wrestling. Goebel's in deep. A nice spaghetti-style shot recounter there. Stelt just did a forward somersault and came right back around and grabbed Goebel's leg. I'm sure he hasn't seen that very often.
Yeah. You want to be a little careful doing that. We've had a couple of wrestlers up in the Cashton and Brookwood area now. They got some major injuries in the eyeball area with breakage and stuff because they were doing that kind of thing.
They bump into the kid's leg? Or?
Yeah, right smack dab into the knee.
Oh, okay.
So, you kind of fling yourself over the top, and That wasn't pretty. One wrestler is, from Brookwood is out for the rest of the year. Cashton yet to be. He might be able to wrestle. I don't know that he wrestled today, but they would save him until regionals if at all possible.
Really tight matches we got going on here. We got 1-1 in the championship match. We got 2-2 down there in the third place match. That's probably going to go to sudden victory down there. And then we got 2-0 here in the fifth place match down to the last minute. The only one that's kind of out of hand down here is the seventh place match with Mineral Point out in front against River Valley.
And that's only a 3-point margin, but there's also only 30 seconds left.
Yeah. I think he just picked up some more back points, so it's 8-2 now.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he?
Minute left here in this championship bout. Right now, I'm a little bit reluctant to say that Stelt might have conditioning over Goebel, so this is going to be really interesting. Really close to a takedown there in the sudden victory match with Bussey and, now Bussey's got the leg. Their legs are tied up with each other pretty good in spaghetti-style wrestling. Goebel's in deep. Can he finish it? Oh, he did over the top. Now it's Goebel that's the one in bad position.
Yeah, it's going to be tough there. Wow, look at that. He spun out of that.
Yeah, he did. Fenimore wrestlers, our coaches wanted it. Wow, that tall guy scared the heck out of me. I thought it was one of the...
I was worried there too, I know.
That, some people might have called that.
Yeah.
Who won down there in the other one?
Good question.
Bussey won 6-2, it looks like.
6-2, okay.
Yep. This sudden victory here. And
yeah, this is quite the match.
it's worth the price of admission, Ken.
We've had a couple like that already.
Oh, and
yeah, good call there.
yeah. But he has chased Stelt out of bounds the last two times, so
Yeah.
they almost need the warning back the other way to even that up. Because right now, Goebel's the only one with a stalling warning. He's doing a nice job of getting in on that single leg. We're going to see how much longer Stelt can fight that off. He needs to maybe switch to a double. No, that wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
Would not go upper body with Stelt.
No.
He's extremely good at Greco. Don't relax. Wow. You do not want to go upper body.
That's a fun match. That's the only one. Well, guess what, folks?